are keeping well. Today I'll be taking class 10 factorization. I'll be discussing the questions from exercise 6, and I hope that you will follow it and you'll be able to do those exercises. So shall we begin? So here we have got a 23rd question of exercise 6. The question reads, find the value of the constants a and b if x minus 2 and x plus 3 are both the factors of the expression x cube plus ax square plus bx minus 12. Here we have got the polynomial, which is f of x is equal to x cube plus ax square plus bx minus 12, and two factors have been given, x minus 2 as one factor, x plus 3 as the other factor, and then the requirement of this question is to find out or to determine the value of a and b. So when x minus 2 is a factor of the polynomial, we can say that f of 2 will be equal to 0. Therefore, putting it into the equation, let us do like, let us substitute in the place of x, let us substitute 2. So we get here 2 cube plus a into 2 square plus b into 2 minus 12 is equal to 0. So here we get 8 plus 4a plus 2b minus 12 is equal to 0. And 4a plus 2b minus 12. So here we get 4a plus 2b, 8 minus 12, we get here minus 4 is equal to 0, and this gives us 4a plus 2b is equal to 4. We can simplify this equation, like divide it with 2, we get here 2a plus b is equal to 2. Let us take this as our first equation. When x plus 3 is a factor of the given polynomial, it says that f of minus 3 will be equal to 0. Therefore, substituting the value of minus 3 in the place of x, we get minus 3 cube plus a into minus 3 square plus b into minus 3 minus 12 is equal to 0. Here we have minus 27 and minus 9a minus 3b, so here we get plus 9a minus 3b minus 12 is equal to 0. So 9a minus 3b minus 39 is equal to 0, and when we take the 39 that side, we get here minus 9a plus 9a minus 3b is equal to plus 39. So divide the whole equation with 3. What do we get? 3a minus b is equal to 13. This is our second equation. Now we have to find out the value of a and b. So from equation 1 and 2, let us take this both equations and let us simplify that. So 2a plus b is equal to 2. That is our first equation. Second equation that we have worked out now is 3a minus b is equal to 13. So we can eliminate the b variable, and here we get 5a is equal to 15. Therefore, a is equal to how much? 3. Now put the value of 3. Put a is equal to 3 or substitute the value of a in any equation. Let us take equation 1. So what is our equation 1? 2a plus b is equal to 2. This is our equation 1. Therefore, 2 into 3 plus b is equal to 2. 6 plus b is equal to 2. So, b is equal to 2 minus 6, where we are getting b's value as minus 4. Therefore, the value of a is 3 and the value of b is minus 4. So, when in a given question, we have been given two factors, we are putting those factors, and we know that if any number is a factor, then the polynomial turns out to be 0. So after that, we are finding the first equation, and then we get the second equation, and then through any kind of method of it can be substitution method or elimination method, we can find out the value of a and b, which is the requirement of the question. So friends, I hope you understood. Let me solve another sum for you from the same exercise. This is the 26th question of exercise 6. The question reads, if x minus 2 is a factor of the given polynomial, And when the expression or the polynomial is divided by x minus 3, it leaves a remainder which is 52. Find the values of a and b. The question has got two equations. The first equation is that this is a factor of this polynomial, and when this polynomial is divided by x minus 3, it is leaving a remainder which is 52. So we are going to formulate both the two equations, and after that, after simplifying them, we are going to find out the value of a and b. So for the first equation, x minus 2 is a factor of the given polynomial 2x cubed plus ax squared plus bx minus 14. Therefore, f of 2 will be equal to 0 because it is a factor. Let us now substitute the value of 2 there. 2 into 2 cube plus a into 2 square plus b into 2 minus 14 is equal to 0. And here 2 into, we have here 8 plus 4a plus 2b minus 14 is equal to 0. So 16 plus 4a plus 2b minus 14 is equal to 0. This gives us, on further simplification, 4a plus 2b plus 2 is equal to 0. Let us bring this to that side. So 4a plus 2b is equal to minus 2, and simplifying it by dividing it with 2, we get here 2a plus b is equal to minus 1. This is our first equation. The second equation that we are getting for equation 2, x minus 3, when it divides the polynomial, it is giving us a remainder 52. So when it is divided by x minus 3, it is giving us the remainder which is 52. Therefore, by remainder theorem we know f of 3 is equal to the remainder. So let us substitute now 2 into 3 cube plus a into 3 square plus b into 3 minus 14 is equal to 52. So 2 into 27 plus 9a plus 3b minus 14 is equal to 52. This gives us 54 plus 9a plus 3b minus 14 is equal to 52. Let us simplify this. We get 54 minus 14, where we are getting 40, plus 9a plus 3b is equal to 52. Therefore, 9a plus 3b is equal to 52 minus 40, and 9a plus 3b is equal to 12. And here we are finding the common factors, which is 3. So simplifying it, by dividing it with 3, we get here 3a plus b is equal to 4. This is our second equation. So let me do the rest half here. So the first equation, from equation 1 and 2, what do we get? The first equation, 2a plus b is equal to minus 1. This is our first equation, and the second equation is 3a plus b is equal to 4. So let's do the elimination method. Here we are eliminating the b variable. Here we get minus plus 2 minus 3 gives us minus a is equal to, here we are getting minus 1 minus 5, which is minus 4, which is minus 5. Therefore, the value of a is how much? 5. Now substitute or put the value of a, substitute a is equal to 5 in any equation. Let us take equation 1. So in equation 1, what do we have? 2a plus b is equal to minus 1. 2 into 5 plus b is equal to minus 1. So 10 plus b is equal to minus 1. B is equal to minus 1 minus 10, which gives us the value of b as minus 11. Therefore, when the question has two equations with one as the factor and the other as the remainder. We are putting the polynomial, the value of it, and we are proving it that it is equal to 0, and then we are finding out the first equation. In the same way, by remainder theorem, we are framing or formulating the second equation. From both the first and the second equation, we are doing the process of elimination, and then we are estimating out the value of A and B. So students, I hope you understood this 26th question. Let me do the 28th question also for you. So this is the 28th question of exercise 6. Here we have got two polynomials, one polynomial as f of x and the other polynomial as g of x. And it says that if x minus 2 is a factor of f of x, but leaves the remainder minus 15 when it divides g of x, which means x minus 2 is the polynomial of f of x, but when it divides g of x, the second polynomial, it leaves a remainder how much? Minus 15. Therefore, we have to find out the value of a and b, and with this value of a and b, we have to factorize the expression. So, shall we start? So, here, f of x as the polynomial ax square plus bx plus 2. X minus 2 is the factor for f of x. But when we take the second polynomial g of x, which is bx square plus ax plus 1, here when x minus 2 is dividing the g of x, it is leaving a remainder which is minus 15. Now let's formulate both the equations and find out the value of a and the value of b. Whatever values we are getting from the equations, we are going to put it into the polynomials of f of x and g of x, and those values or those algebraic expressions, we are writing it over here, and then we are factorizing the given expression. So shall we begin? F of 2 is equal to 0. Why? Because x minus 2 is the factor of the given polynomial. So here we have a into 2 square plus b into 2 plus 2 is equal to 0. So 4a plus 2b plus 2 is equal to 0. 4a plus 2b is equal to minus 2. Let's take this as the first equation. Coming to the second part. G of x, when it is divided by x minus 2, it is leaving a remainder which is minus 15. By remainder theorem, we know that f of 2 is equal to the remainder. So here f of 2 is equal to minus 15, which is your remainder. Let us write here g of 2, because here we have got the polynomial represented as g of x. So g of 2 is equal to the remainder, and g of 2 is how much? Remainder value is minus 15. Now putting this here, we get b into 2 square plus a into 2 plus 1 is equal to minus 15. So 4b plus 2a plus 1 is equal to minus 15. 4b plus 2a is equal to minus 15 minus 1. 2a plus, we get here 4b plus 2a is equal to minus 16. Let us arrange it. 2a plus 4b is equal to minus 16. Dividing the whole equation with 2, we get here 4. We get here a plus 2b is equal to minus 8. This is our second equation. So from equation 1 and 2, 4a plus 2b is equal to minus 2, which is our first equation. And then we have a plus 2b is equal to minus 8, which is our second equation. Now changing the signs, we get here plus 4 and minus. So here we get 3a is equal to plus 6 and a is equal to 2. Now substitute the value of a in equation 1. So we get here 4a plus 2b is equal to minus 2. So 4 into 2 plus 2b is equal to minus 2. Let me do it here. So 4 2s are 8. So 8 plus 2b is equal to minus 2. So 2b is equal to minus 2 minus 8. So 2b is equal to minus 10. Therefore, b's value is how much? Minus 5. So whatever values we have got, a as 2 and b as minus 5, we are putting it into the places of a and b in both the polynomials that has been given. And after that, we are going to factorize it. So let me do it here. So from the above solution, we have got a is equal to 2 and b is equal to minus 5. Therefore, substituting these values, the polynomial f of x will become f of x is equal to 2x squared plus minus 5x plus 2, which gives us 2x squared minus 5x plus 2. In the same way, like substituting a and b here, g of x will be equal to, so b's value is how much? Minus 5. So minus 5x squared plus a's value is how much? 2. So 2x plus 1. The given expression in the question is f of x plus g of x plus 4x squared plus 7x. So f of x is how much? 2x squared minus 5x plus 2 plus g of x. G of x is how much? Minus 5x squared plus 2x plus 1. Then we have plus 4x squared plus 7x. So this gives us, now removing the brackets, 2x squared minus 5x plus 2 minus 5x squared. Then here we have plus 2x plus 1 plus 4x squared plus 7x. So simplifying the degree with 2, so 2x squared, and then we have here 4x squared, which will give us 6x squared minus 5x squared. So we'll get here x squared. Now coming to with the variable x, so minus 5x plus 2x and plus 7x. So 7x plus 2x, we get here 9x. So 9x minus 5x, which will give us plus 4x. So 2 plus 1, we get here 3. Now let us factorize this given quadratic polynomial that we have got from the above expression. So here we get 3 and here it is 1. So 1 into 3, which gives us 3, and the multiplication of 1 into 3 is 3, and the middle term that we can split will be the best one as 1 into 3, because 1 plus 3 will give us 4. Therefore, x squared plus x plus 3x plus 3. So here we take the x as common, so x plus 1, and here we take 3 as common and we get x plus 1. Therefore, we get x plus 3 and x plus 1. And we have factorized the given expression. So here, students, when a factor is given and a remainder is given, after that, after finding the value of a and b, we are putting it into the given expression, algebraic expression, and then we are factorizing it as we were doing it earlier. So friends, I hope you all understood. If you still have any doubts, you can please mention it in the comment box. Thank you and stay safe.